Hello everybody and welcome back to another Thrift With Me video. Well, first you might have noticed that there wasn't any fancy intros. There's not going to be a fancy little outro or anything like that. My computer that I have that fancier stuff on does not want to pick up the footage from my phone. So I'm having to use my other computer. Like, thankfully I have that, but you'll notice it's a little bit different. So I just wanted to point that out. But in this shopping trip, the kids and I went over to the place where my booth used to be, which is the Treasure Mart in Hudson, Florida. It's like an indoor, they market it as like an indoor flea market. But I had a little bit more of antiques. A lot of the booths do here. There's a lot of cool things that you can find. I love going here. It's so big. That's one of my favorite things about it, is that there's just so much room, there's so much opportunity, that's I guess the better word, to find like a little treasure here. So anyways, guys, let's look around and see what we were able to find. This booth here that we're in is actually one of the ladies that does deal in antiques, and every once in a while I can find something really cute for a pretty decent price. I know that was kind of out of frame for those, but those little shakers were about $12, and I loved this Czechoslovakian bird picture for $12. So out of that cabinet, that's what I ended up getting. Sometimes she has themed things going on, so it'll be like Easter, Christmas, stuff like that. And I have found a few things in her booth for resale. This booth right here has a good mix of things. This lion, I actually have this guy. I have two of them made out of cement. I think someone made like a mold of one and then made like poured cement into the mold. So these pieces are Blue Mountain pottery. I ended up getting the deer because I thought the deer would be more desirable in its shape than the bear for a lot of the people that buy from me. So I ended up picking that up. And like I said, I've gotten a lot of things from this booth before, but I think this time that's about all I got. I really liked these two pieces right here. These were pieces of Mexican pottery. They were a little up there, and I've not seen people really go after these to purchase in my like eBay or in the live sales or anything like that. That one was okay. That one wasn't too bad, but I didn't think I'd be able to get the white very clean. But a lot of times those pieces tell stories like of weddings or like gifts and things like that. I liked that line back there too. But I haven't seen people kind of go after that. I've seen a lot of people go for more the muted, like the Tonala pottery and stuff. I know the Talavera pottery is very popular, but that wasn't quite what that was. There's another little piece down towards the bottom. Here's a little pelican. Now this, again, it doesn't say Tonala. It's signed by the artist, and it says Mexico, so that's just what we're going with. And then I found a little Mexican pottery cat down here, and I find that the more unusual the animal is, like, it's not very common to find, and it's crazy, I know. Like, well, here anyway, here in this part of the U.S., there's a lot of cats and a lot of birds, but it's really rare to find like snails and donkeys and horses and just things like that. So I find that when I can pick up the less common animals, I tend to sell them a lot better. So I have a question for you guys. When you guys go to places like this or thrift stores or, garage sales, things like that, when you see this massive amount of stuff like you see here, do you guys get overwhelmed or do you look at it and go, oh my gosh, look at all the opportunity, look at all the potential? So Aaron, I know if he was with me, he would be completely like, nope, I can't look at it. It would really bother him. I think the only thing that really makes me feel that way are like lots of people hovering around me versus like massive amounts of items everywhere. I love a good dig. I love to search for things. So I'm curious about that. Do really packed shelves in places like just overwhelm you to where you can't even look there? Like it makes no sense. It makes your brain crazy. Or are you like super excited and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to dig in. So I'm curious about that. So leave that in the comments down below. Now this booth right here is one of my favorite booths at this place. I think her pricing has always been pretty fair. I was attracted to these right here. These look like Tanala type Mexican pottery wrapped in a brass. So I was kind of contemplating it, but since I didn't see a signature and I was like, who did this? Is this supposed to be this way? I didn't see a signature or anything like that, so I ended up leaving those there. If they would have been maybe, a couple of dollars versus spending a quick 20 bucks to buy those, I would have given them a shot. I did end up looking it up to see like what it sells for on eBay, and I wasn't very impressed. So I just ended up leaving those there. But if I ever come across it at a cheaper price, then I would probably give it a try. I've never really seen, I go to quite a few people's live sales and I, try and say hello and talk to you guys. So I try and see the items that people, not necessarily that sell, but I pay attention to the items they bring to the sale because some things I've never seen before. And that's one of the things that I've not seen anybody bring to a sale. So I don't know what it would do in a live sale versus sitting on eBay for months. You see what I'm saying? So I was showing Bianca those ponies and she was like, yeah, I love them. But, she didn't want to spend all her money on a bag of My Little Ponies. She's really kicking herself for getting rid of a lot of her toys when she was younger, when, she thought she was grown and she didn't want her toys anymore. Yeah, she's kind of kicking herself. So Gabriel and Bianca were looking for things for resale, and this is where they were able to find some cheaper yet better items that were within their budget. That's what I always tell you guys. Don't try and go after like what I'm selling or what the next YouTuber is selling or anything like that. You have to try and stick with what you can afford and the things that you like in case you kind of get stuck with them. So that's my tip to you. I really loved this bowl, and looking through the camera lens, I totally did not see the giant chip that's underneath there. That rim, if you scroll back a couple of seconds, you'll be able to see it. It's a dark chip. But I liked the color, and both of them, or was it just this one? I think they were both signed. But I liked the color combo right there. They just looked really nice. But I totally missed that chip. I totally missed it. And I should know better because this is what this particular booth is about. They sell like glasses with no mates, or little things with chips or things that have been glued back together. Every once in a while you can find, you know, something that's whole. But I should have known better being in this booth. Yeah, but it's okay. I like the bowl. I'm sure someone would like it. It was cheap enough that, you know, even if I stuck it in my booth for like $5, I could at least make my money back on it. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here now. There is a couple more minutes of Shop With Me footage left, so I hope you guys stay tuned to watch that. But I wanted to give you a couple of reminders. This Friday, I'm going to be having a dual sale with Michelle from Newton's Cupboard. She'll be my guest on my channel. We do live sales at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, and until the end of May, I will continue doing our live sales on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys go follow us over on Instagram. We would love to have you guys over there. Don't forget to answer my question and leave a thumbs up before you go, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.